Stories in the dark. I wasn't going to do any more stories tonight, but I'm awake. It's 1 o'clock. Do you want to see my little Christmas tree? It's over there. It's my mom's antique Christmas tree. You know how old that thing is? She made that in Cerna's class when she lived in Salem, New Hampshire. I want to say it's probably like, it has to be over 50 years old or whatever. It survived through all my upheaval of my life from the bad people. the New Hampshire secret mafia. So when I do these videos, I just wing it. Okay, I don't plan it. Oh, excuse me. I don't plan it or anything, and I just come on and I just ramble. So it's not no perfect thing, okay? I'm not claiming to be anything. But what I wanted to talk about was this RH negative thing, okay? So this RH negative thing, it's really freaking interesting, all right? Because, like, I can almost tell when somebody is, like, RH negative. It's really weird because they're, like, the only people that I feel like I connect with. Like, I always connect with people, and then I find out they're RH negative, so that's really strange. But I wanted to talk about, look at my Christmas tree. So, Shiva, you want to go out? I gotta let the dog out of the room. Come on, Shiva. She's like, I can't go around the corner for some reason. She gets weird around this corner. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, I'll let her out of the room. So, the RH negative. Okay, so I started researching this like the RhoGAM, okay, because I had to have that shot so my body wouldn't kill the baby, and I had two miscarriages. One I think was malpractice, and this doctor just disappeared, all right, out of her practice, and she went to Maine, but yeah, I don't know, whatever. So I was researching about who made this RhoGAM, okay? And they say, oh, they saved, so many babies, and it was such a great thing, okay? And I found out that I traced it back to the NAZISs, okay, with the bear. Like the bear company made it, okay? So everybody that's like into the shots, they're going to be like, oh, they saved so many people and they always say that. But I'm like, is there more to it? Because, they had to give me a little card. So now like you're on a record of that's your blood type. And I don't know, I always had a bad feeling about that shot. Well, my second son, who would have been, his name would have been Hayden, he was like I had to have a DNC to get him out, and the woman was really weird. Like the doctor was really weird, and she actually said to me, like, if you can't afford to have like a burial or anything, she was telling me like what they do is they cremate all the babies together, and then they have a ceremony, and I don't know if she said they sprinkle them in the Portsmouth Harbor, or like they just have a ceremony at the Portsmouth Harbor. I don't know. I just thought it was really bizarre. I was like, oh my God. So I never knew what happened. Like, I didn't see the baby, and I just was like, I was so like in shock and like dealing with that I didn't even, I was just like, well, we didn't have any money to do that. And so so now I hear about all these, like, the trafficking of the babies and the trafficking of the body parts and stuff. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, imagine, I'm not saying that's what they did, but I was like, imagine if it was something like that. So creepy. That did go through my mind. But anyways, the RH negative people, every time I connect with somebody, like, on a deep level, and I can almost sense it when they are. like, so like League Projects, what is his name, Rex? He definitely is one. Okay, this other guy, Sacred Servant, I bet he is one. Rose is one. Echoes of Eternity, she says she's one. So I'm wondering about Trey. I wonder if Trey knows his blood type, or Gina Marie. I wonder if they know their blood type. But it just seems like, I know that, it's, everybody's like, oh, there's nothing special about any blood types, but I'm not saying that it's special, but it's kind of creepy that they put so much emphasis on this RH negative, like right from the beginning. So, and Alternative Homestead was saying something about, is this something that was like from birth? Like, I don't know, because I always felt singled out in elementary school, and like all the schools, I always felt singled out. And I don't know. I just find that very interesting, the whole RH negative thing. I used to follow this guy. Oh, he disappeared, but he was really good into it. He really, really was breaking it down and stuff. But I don't know. I just find it really interesting. So that was another topic I was thinking about, just because I researched the Rogam shot, because I was like, I'm kind of against shots, although I did get my tetanus. And back in the day, I don't know if you remember when we had to get the measles things. I don't know. It was like it was like a 5-prong injection, okay? It was like this big thing, and they stuck it in your arm, and then you get this big ass scab on your left arm, right? And it's funny because my left arm's been bothering me. But I think it's, yeah, your left arm, and it's like a 5-prong thing, and they stuck it in, and you didn't have a choice because your parents were brainwashed, and you weren't awake back then, and you were like, oh shit, what are they doing to me? And then you get this big scab, freaking itchy scab, and you're waiting for that freaking thing to fall off. Oh my God. And then my mom used to give me this green medicine, all right? I forget, it begins with a D. It was like for upset stomach. It was like a popular thing back, the parents, like back in those days, they were so like, everybody was like so like, oh, American dream, and you know what I mean? They're like just all plugged in. It's like so different now, and you didn't really have a choice of what they did to you. Like, that's what your parents said, and you just did it. Nobody questioned anything back then. It was just this program, like, this is what you're going through. This is your life. Like, you have to go to all these schools, even if they're bad. You have to get a job at a certain age, like you should be out of the house by 18, or you have shit together by 18. I don't know. It's just this whole program of this whole world. Like, I need to live in a different community. Like, I need to live not in a, like, one of the mothers said, what, did you live in a commune up there? When I was living in the mountains, like, literally somebody said to me, like, what, are you living in a commune up there? And I was like, no, but I wish I could find one. But it's just with people that think different. And I don't know. I guess, I was called eccentric. And I was like, is that good or bad? I don't know why people think I'm eccentric. They think they called me eccentric. And I was like, well, am I saying the word right? Why am I eccentric? I don't know why I'm eccentric. But I've been called a lot of names. I just was wondering why. Okay, well, I think that's it for tonight. I'm listening to Activism of Care. Oh, he's kind of funny sometimes, but just because I post something doesn't mean I believe everything the person says, okay? I keep an open mind. I don't know. Life, yay.